This barn scene is one of my #1 classes, so let me show you how to paint it. First, I'm taking a mop brush with some teal and white and doing back and forth strokes for my sky at the top of my canvas, all the way down a little over halfway. I'm using 12 by 12 textured cardstock today. And then I'm dipping right into some dark green and doing back and forth strokes all the way down to the bottom. This is the first layer to our grass. And once you have your background, go ahead and dry it. Now, to give your grass a texture, take dark and light green paint and dip your fan brush into it. I just dipped the tip in, and then holding it horizontally all over that dark green layer, you're gonna do light little upwards brush strokes, just like this. I like to do this all over the entire area of my grass. See, that dark base layer we used acts as a shadow layer? And then I like to alternate between the dark and the light green, adding highlighting and shading. It's just that simple upwards motion. Always go upwards. Never brush down from top to bottom or your grass may look upside down. Now notice I'm filling my grass in pretty thick. I'm going to cover this entire green area. And if you step back and you think your grass looks a little funny, usually that means you haven't added enough yet. So if your grass looks funny, add more in different areas. There's likely that you might just have some bald spots. So here's mine completely covered. I'm going to make sure it's dry and then we can start painting our barn. Now taking some dark brown and a size 3 round brush, let's start with the outline. I'm going to make a point for the top of my barn and 2 lines for the roof going down at an angle like this, almost like an arrow pointing up. Then to make the front part of the barn, we're just going to do 2 lines connecting from the edges of the roof all the way down into the grass, just like this. Now to fill it in, let's give it a wood grain texture. Taking the same round brush and some dark red first, I'm going to do tiny little vertical brush strokes like this, kind of space them in throughout this shape. Notice how I'm spacing them out so there's a bit of a gap in between them. It's okay if some of them overlap, and it's okay if you get into the brown because we'll fix that up then. But while the red is still wet, I'm going to grab some tan and start filling in those gaps so they blend together kind of like this. It's starting to look like a barn. Now, if you didn't work fast enough and your red dried completely, it's okay to add the tan and then go back with some red to blend it even more. I like to do that anyway. I'll start adding the tan and then as I go, kind of alternate between the light and the dark color, kind of like we did with the grass. And once you have it completely filled in, go ahead and fix up your brown outline. So I'm going to actually extend my roof too. I'm going to give it 2 overhangs here. Let's do one on the edge. See, I extended that one out and then gave it a bit of a thickness there on the right side. And then let's give it some supporting beams. You can add as many as you want. It's up to you how you design it. I'm just going to do some straight lines coming down from that overhang down into the grass. On the left side, I'm going to extend the roof like this, but I'm actually going to make the side of the barn by doing a straight line down into the grass and filling in anything between that line and the front of the barn in with brown. That gives a little perspective. And then anything on the edge, there's another overhang over here, so I'm going to do some vertical supports. And let's even do some cross beams to make it look like a gate. There we go. That's a simple barn shape. You can even blend in some of the dark brown in the front if you want to. That gives some more shading. I love it. And then let's add some details. The roof looks a bit plain, so I'm going to take my round brush again with some white paint now and highlight the whole top edge. Some people in the past have said this looks kind of like snow, so you could do a different color if you want, but I like white because I think it really makes it pop. So we're going to do white all the way across the top and think about what kind of details you want on the front of the barn. I'm going to start by adding a door, so using a detail brush and some black paint first. Find the center of the front, just going down from that top point and do a line up like this, a big vertical line, and then make a T. So that's a big letter T, and then make the sides of the doors by just doing 2 vertical lines to connect the 2. Something like this. Inside each of the doors, I'm going to do a big X, still going with the detail brush. If you struggle with detail, you could also use a black paint pen or a marker. That's up to you. And then just because I like the white highlights to make it pop, I'm going to outline the doors with white and my detail brush as well. I'm also going to do a small square above the door for the window where the hay's thrown out. It's up to you if you want to do the plus sign. Some people have said it needs to be open to throw the hay out, so I left mine without the plus sign, but I did outline it with white to make it pop. The last step to your barn is just making sure that the bottom edges are blended in. I'm just using the same fan brush technique as before and making sure to bring some grass up into the front of the barn so it looks like it's part of the picture. There we go. Now to balance it out, let's add a tree on the left-hand side. I'm taking my round brush again and just doing a simple trunk going up from the grass into the sky with some dark brown. And then I'm going to do a few simple branches. You do not have to get super detailed with this because it is going to be covered with leaves. And before it dries, don't forget to add a highlight with some of that tan from the barn. There we go. Now grab an artist sponge. This is how we're going to add the leaf texture. Use the textured side and dip into dark and light green. I even added some dark yellow for some contrast. And I'm going to bounce my sponge all along my branches. I always say if you don't like your branches, this is a great way to cover them up. But keeping it simple, I'm just bouncing it all along the top. Bring the leaves out. It's okay if it goes off the picture like this. I'm going to fill it in a little more. And while I have the paint still on the sponge, I'm also going to dip into a tiny bit of white as well and bounce in a bit of texture along the grass. Don't lose your grass, but those could be wildflowers or even leaves that fell off the tree. There we go, we're almost there. Now let's add a fence just to keep all the animals in. I'm taking my small round brush again and doing a few vertical lines going up to the barn. Notice they're going up at an angle and getting shorter as we get closer to the barn. I'm only going to do 4 of them, and while they're still wet, grab some tan and add a simple highlight, just like we did with the tree trunk. And then to connect them, switch to the detail brush. I put tan and dark brown on my brush together, and then just do 2 long sweeping lines from the left-hand side, going up at an angle to the barn shape itself. There we go. While I have the detail brush, I'm even going to add a few tiny grasses in front of the tree. And there we go. That's how to paint a beginner barnyard scene. If you haven't tried this one already, I'd love to see how yours turn out and have fun. Happy painting, everybody.